I am Maria Lowrose. I am the College Access Senior Program Manager here at OCHI and your go-to person for all things college access.
And good afternoon now. I'm Angie King. I am new to the College Access team, but I am the new College Access Program Manager. And Maria and I are doing our best to be able to support all of you through our College Access Arc of events. So thanks for being here.
Yes. So we just want to give a big thank you to you guys as we're kind of navigating whole new circumstances with COVID and what school looks like. Some of us are completely in school. Some of us are completely online. Some of us are hybrid. So we know that presents a whole new set of challenges. And we just want to say, go you guys are doing awesome. And so what we've been working on is just a lot of resources and support to make sure that you have what you need to make College Application Week a successful event for you and your current circumstances. So I'm going to kind of go over the arc of events. I know we have new counselors this year, new schools that have never participated before. So we have the beginning of the year starts with College Application Week. And the goal of College Application Week is to make college application process easy and accessible, especially for first generation students who don't have the background knowledge about what it takes to apply to college, as well as low income students who maybe don't have the capital and the resources to pay for college applications. So all 26 of our colleges and universities in Montana come together, waive the fees for the application, and then make it easy for our students to apply to any college in the state of Montana. So that's what we start the year with. And then from there, the next step in the college application process is financial aid. And so we're looking to support you guys in FAFSA completion, in scholarship information, and financial aid support. So we'll have resources for that. We are looking at ways to make sure that school counselors know how to host FAFSA events or find people to support them in hosting FAFSA events. So that is part of the process. And then we cap it off at the end of the year with what we are now calling Decision Day, formerly known as College Signing Day. And that event is for them to decide, where are you going to go? What's your plan for after high school? Are you going to a 2-year, 4-year? Are you going to join an apprenticeship? Are you going to join the military? Are you going straight into the workforce? And so we want to celebrate all those different avenues of success for our students. And so that's Decision Day. So we call it our arc of events because we want to walk them through from start to finish this in their senior year to see how they can be successful after high school in whatever career or field that they have chosen. So announcements.
Yes, and I'll just say kind of for our plan for this hour is that we just have a few announcements. We're going to give an update of the College Access website, and then we will get into the question and answer. So for those of you who are like, I thought we were doing live question answers, we're going to get there here in just a few minutes. Just a couple of announcements. Probably most of you are aware, but next week is MOPSOC's virtual college fair week. This is usually a 3-week-long process. They are condensing that into a 1-week virtual option. So hopefully you've received and your students have received access to that information. One thing we want to highlight for next week is that on Wednesday, which is the 23rd at 8 o'clock in the morning, yay, is a special counselor session regarding Apply Montana,
yes,
which is the new central application for the MUS. OCHI's Director of Enrollment and Admissions Strategy, Scott Lemon, will be joining us that hour to discuss what Apply Montana is, where we're going forward with the application portal, and to, again, answer any questions that all of you may have regarding that new application. So we're pretty excited to welcome him next Wednesday. Again, that's next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. It's an hour-long session. If you have access to the MOPSOC virtual platform, you'll see our cute little session next Wednesday morning. The other thing is, one thing that we found out from feedback when people were registering for College Application Week was that because of this year's hybrid, virtual, and even in-person models, some schools were needing multiple weeks in order to successfully host College Application Week for their students. So we have partnered with all campuses across the state of Montana to allow College Application Week to run 2 weeks, which means that all application fees will be waived starting September 28th through October 9th. So all schools are on board with that. Everybody will offer a free application for all Montana resident seniors during that 2-week time period. So we just want to make sure everybody is aware of that, because that was a later change, but one that we are excited to have. And again, just I think everybody is thinking about how this year we can be adaptable to supporting students, and we were grateful somebody brought that to our attention. So we're glad we can do that for 2 weeks. The next exciting announcement is starting probably next Monday or Tuesday. You should be receiving some packages in the mail that have some fun things in them surrounding College Application Week and Apply Montana. There are some cute bracelets that say I applied Montana on them, some information regarding the new central application. There are some stickers for your school and your students, but there will just be some additional information regarding Apply Montana, as well as the College Application Access arc of events for the remainder of the year. So that way you have some posters on promo items to share with your communities.
Yes. And there's a second package that is also coming out, courtesy of the Department of Emergency Services, with cat grizz masks for your juniors and your seniors. So 2 different packages: Apply Montana promotional package that has stuff for College Application Week, posters, and information regarding the new central app. And then a separate package that has the cat grizz masks for your juniors and seniors, which is kind of a fun little support from the Department of Emergency Services there. So we're super grateful for that, to them for that.
Oh, we have 2.
Yes, letting some friends in. Perfect.
Welcome.
So with that, I'm going to give you a demonstration of our College Access website and show you where everything is at, because that will answer a lot of the questions that have been coming through as people have been registering. And then we'll open it up for the live Q&A. And if you have questions, you can raise your hand and we'll unmute you and you can ask live, or you can type it in the chat box and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to show you the MUS College Access website. So. Go.
This is brand new.
This is brand new. It is under construction. So the address is mus.edu/college-access, and that will take you here. And you'll see up here we have College Application Weeks, FAFSA, Decision Day, scholarship information, and media. These 2 especially are under construction. So just be aware that things will be updated as we're going along. We have our College Access calendar of events on here. So I don't know how many of you did, but you could have clicked on the Zoom webinar here to.
You're not sharing your screen.
It's not sharing? It says I am sharing. Can everybody see my screen? Yes, no?
We cannot.
Yes, she can see it. Perfect. All right. It says I am. Okay, good. So yeah, so the calendar is here. You can see College Application Week on here. And if we go to the next week, here it is. And then we've got FAFSA completion, and we'll continue to update with events on here. So you can always come here and check for information for when different events may be, including webinars and updates and things like that. And then down here, both Ange and I are listed. And if you need to get in touch with us, our emails and our phone numbers are here. So that is always there for you guys to get in touch with us. But College Application Week. So just like in previous years, you will have a link to all of the schools. So if your students are interested in applying to AANI, they can click here. It'll take them to the application page and they'll be good to go. The Apply Montana Central app link is right here. But if you click on MSU Billings, it will also take you to the central app. So everything is kind of set up. All the schools are listed here along with the central app, so that you have all of this in one place, so you can take your students here, whether you're in person, virtual, hybrid. They have access to the application and admissions pages for each of the campuses in Montana. So once you scroll down, then you come to tools and support. So whether you're virtual, hybrid, or in person, you have everything that you need listed under here. The first thing that you're going to see on all three of them is how to use the application walkthrough videos. So this is for the central app. There are 2 videos that show you how to complete the central app, and you can check those out. They're live, they're good to go. There's also an Apply Montana walkthrough with screenshots, because the one piece that is confusing is as you apply, let's say you apply to 3 different schools in the MUS, the application fee is $30 each. You get to the end and there's a cart total that says $90 and it says submit application. And it looks intimidating. You don't want to click the button because it's $90, but the walkthrough will show you that once you do click on it, it will take you to the checkout page. And if you're a Montana resident, it gets zeroed out and it'll say $0 and it waives the fees for you. So those are some resources that you want to make sure to check out. If you have volunteers helping at College Application Week, make sure they know about these as well, so they're able to support students as they're walking through that central app. So here's information for teachers and volunteers who may be working with your students. I know a lot of schools are not allowing outside representatives, but if you're doing a virtual event and you have some virtual volunteers who are helping to run different rooms, that may be of use to you. We have virtual background events that you can download and use on your Zoom call or Teams calls or things like that. And then logistics for the day, you have a handbook, you have a webinar, here's the PowerPoint for it and the video, a cover sheet if there are paper applications that you're submitting, and then the waived and deferred list, which is what everybody wants. But good thing to know this year, everything is free. There is nothing deferred. It is all waived. So with the central app, this makes everything waived for the full 2 weeks. It is free to every campus for the full 2 weeks. So, and then hybrid support, again, similar things here, so that, because you'll be kind of in between the virtual and in-person support, so it's the same kind of thing. We have student data tracking sheet. That's something that we're going to be emphasizing this year. We want to get really good data, so it helps us to know how many of your students participated, what percentage of your students. Was it 100% participation? Was it 50%? That helps us know who we need to be reaching out to in future years. And then did they apply, which in-state schools did they apply to, and which out-of-state schools did they apply to? So that helps us kind of as we're preparing for future years. And then in-person support, again, similar materials. There's teacher door posters, information here so that you can set it up for students who are actually in school and able to do this in person. There are,
Oh, we have 4 in the waiting room.
okay, let me let some friends in. Okay, thank you. So social media, there are I applied posts and I applied handout. So you can look there. American College Application Campaign is our national partner. And so they kind of work with each state to promote these events, and they have great resources on their page. Specifically, we linked 2, but there's tons more that you can check out. How to host a college application event and making the case for college during COVID-19, which is a really great resource. So we linked those there so that you could check those out. Our hashtag #WhyApply campaign, which is today. So if you follow us on social media, you can see what we've shared there. And then this is your information for that as well if you feel like joining in. And then our previous year College Application Week reports, so you can check and see what has it been like in previous years. So this is everything College Application Week that you might need. Again, it's at our new website here, the College Access website. We have FAFSA information that we are currently putting together and putting up there. It is not complete, but it will be. So keep an eye on that for more support. And then decision day as well. Right now we just have information up there about what it is, but eventually there'll be toolkits and resources there for you as well. So that, did I miss anything? Do I need to?
I think for website, it's good.
Website is good. So that's your one-stop shop there. So if we have any questions, we'll get started with that. So again, if you have a question, you'll have to unmute yourself and share that way, or you can type it into the chat box and we can go there. And if not, I have a list of questions from when people registered that they wanted to know some information. Any questions? Okay, so Kelly said, did I understand correctly that students can apply to more than one school for free via the portal? Yes. So you can literally go through and say MSU, UM, Montana Tech, MSUB, and I'm going to apply to all 4 of these schools, and it'll walk you through the process of doing that, and it all gets submitted there. So yes, you can apply to more than one school via Apply Montana, our central app. From Betsy, is Apply Montana only free during the 2 weeks of CAW, or is it always free? It is always free. It is always free. So the other schools that we partner with, our private colleges, some of our community colleges and our tribal campuses, they are waiving the fees for those 2 weeks. But with the new Apply Montana, it will be free all the time. For Marissa, I didn't scroll far enough down on the CAW page, so you answered my question. Oh, okay, perfect, good. I'm glad you got your question answered. Yay, that's the point. Awesome, other questions? And so this whole Apply Montana is new. It just rolled out today. Some of you may have had the test link so you could walk through and check it out. But if you have more questions that we're not able to answer, or you want to get a more in-depth understanding of it, make sure to join that MOPSOC Virtual College Fair event next Wednesday at 8 a.m. because Scott Lemon, he's the guy, he knows it all, so he will be answering questions then and kind of giving a walkthrough of how it works now and how it's going to look as the portal unfolds. So, other questions? So, go ahead.
Oh, Betsy.
Yep, Betsy. Do you know if colleges and universities are waiving test requirements just for admissions purpose or also for placement? That's a good question. I do not know the answer to that, but we can find out. I know that for sure it was in regards to admissions, but I don't know about placement. So we will find out and I will let you know, Betsy. Great question.
My guess is it's probably campus by campus, but we will find out.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
One thing that we wanted to make sure we've highlighted is, I think that's been pretty clear with this presentation so far, hopefully, but if your school is not meeting in person, if you are doing a hybrid model, please know that we still would love your participation. Yes. And your students' participation. This does not require in-person learning models. That's why we're trying to provide as many different resources on the website as we can to make this a little easier, hopefully to be able to collect some of the data, but also to just include your students in something that they may have seen happen in the past. So
right. Right. And the goal of extending this 2 weeks is to support those hybrid schools where they're only seeing their students for 2 days a week anyway. So you're not going to be able to get to everybody. So that's why we wanted to extend it, to make sure that if you would rather meet with your students in person for college application week versus some kind of virtual event, then you have that opportunity with the 2 weeks so that you can get to every single student, hopefully. So some of the other questions that came out was about how to host the event virtually. So there's lots of great platforms with Zoom. You can use breakout rooms on Zoom, which is a new feature, which I absolutely love. So if you have students who are wanting to apply using the central app, you could send them to one breakout room. You could send other students who want to apply to Rocky Mountain College to another breakout room. So that's a really great platform to use. You can do something similar with Teams and break them into different channels for where they want to apply, and then they can get the support they need in there. So if you are having to host virtually, these are some options that you can use to make it easier for you and for your students. So if students apply to 4 schools, are all free? Yes. Yes. So on Apply Montana, like I went through and did a test run. I think I picked like 5 schools. It was $150. And you go through to the end and it'll say waived, you're a Montana resident, minus $150, you owe $0. So yes, all of them, no matter how many you apply for.
And that would go the same that if a student is choosing to apply to a private school as well as some on the MUS through Apply Montana, they could apply to one in every category and it would still be free.
Yes. So in the comments, Chrissy shared a link to the MUS coronavirus guidance on undergraduate admissions for everyone. So that I would assume probably has a link to the ACT requirements. Marissa asked, which MUS schools are not connected to Apply Montana? So all the MUS schools, so the UM Western, Helena College, MSU, MSUB, Gallatin College, all of those are connected to it, along with Flathead Valley Community College. The 2 community colleges that are not connected to it are Dawson Community College and Miles Community College. So everybody else in the MUS is connected to the Apply Montana Central app. So just like I showed you when I shared the screen with all of the different colleges. So if you go to Dawson and click on Dawson, it'll take you to Dawson's page. And if you go to Flathead Valley Community College and click on their link, it'll take you to Apply Montana because they are a part of the Apply Montana Central app. Who sponsors the Apply Montana? MUS, Gear Up, Trio, Reach Higher. Apply Montana is through the MUS. It is housed here and it's through the MUS. And then what about tribal colleges? Marissa, could you be more, what do you mean, what about tribal colleges?
I'm not assuming they're on the app or not.
They're not on the central app, but again, on that central page for college application week that lists them, the links will take you to their admissions page. So if you click on BCC, it'll take you directly to their page for their application. Yep. Great. Other questions? Perfect. So some of the questions that we had come through were about print resources, which are all always going to be on our website there, so that mus.edu/college-access. So anything that you might need would be there. Jennifer said, are the tribal colleges free to apply to as well? Yes, they are all free to apply to for the 2 weeks. So we reached out to anybody who had an application fee and made sure that they were okay with the 2-week period, and they all said yes, they're all in. So it is free for the tribal colleges as well. Steve said, will students be able to access Bitterroot College on Apply Montana, or will they still need to use Missoula College or the University of Montana? You know, I haven't specifically tried to apply to Bitterroot College through the central app. I'm assuming they can click on it. That's a good question.
I'll find out for you, Steve.
Because I know you're right, in the past they had to go through Missoula College or UM. So we can find that out for sure. That's easy enough to do in the walkthrough and see what that might look like. Great question. I'm assuming it's on there because you would just click which campuses you're interested in. Mm-hmm. And so if you're interested in Bitterroot, then that one would be there. How does Apply Montana impact applying to the 2 honors colleges? So each campus has a set of questions that they can ask. So if you click, I want to go to MSU and to UM, then as you're going through the checkout process, it'll say, there are specific questions for the University of Montana. Please go answer them now. And so you go and you put in what you're interested in and when you plan on enrolling and whatever questions they may have for you. And so that will all get put there. And then, so there's specific questions for each campus that they may be asking that may impact that honors college piece. But we can make sure that that gets on Scott's radar to address next week during the MOPSOC virtual college fair, because he will know the answer to that much better than I do. So Is Apply Montana available all year long or only during the 2 weeks? It is available all the time. We're just it's kicking off now in conjunction with College Application Week. So you guys get to be the guinea pigs and test it out and try it out and make sure it works with your students and all that, but it will be available all year long, 24/7. Great questions, you guys. And again, if there's anything that we're not able to answer about Apply Montana, make sure you join that session with Scott next week, because that will be super helpful and he knows all the nitty-gritty details. So, any other questions? Perfect. So some other things that came out were what swag will you be sending? So that went out already in those 2 packages. So you'll be getting bracelets, stickers, posters, and the posters are not just for College Application Week. It is the entire arc of events and also kind of promoting Apply Montana. And then the masks that are coming from Department of Emergency Services. So all of that swag is coming. If there's additional swag that you would like to have, feel free to reach out to campuses. They may or may not be able to accommodate you, but I know for the most part, they like to work with the schools. So you can reach out there as well and see how they're able to participate with your events.
Do you want to talk about what will happen when the event's over?
Yes. Perfect. So at the end of College Application Week, I'm going to call it weeks since there's 2 of them now, 2 weeks, we ask that the site coordinators fill out a survey and that the students fill out a survey because we use it to collect data about how to improve, what may or may not be available. And one of the things that we have consistently got back from the site coordinators is that you guys would like a central app. And here we are, and we have a central app. So it's super crucial for us to get that information from you guys so we can better direct how we give services to you guys in response to these events. So on the site coordinator survey, the one new piece to this is the data collection piece. So you will need to know how many students participated, how many students you have total, how many in-state applications and how many out-of-state applications. And that data just helps us track where are our applications going. We haven't in the past tracked out-of-state applications. We've just worked with the campuses to collect data. And now with the new central app, that's super easy for us to collect. It's all right there. It comes through the Montana University system anyway. So we don't really have to ask the MUS campuses for their data. So we kind of want to look at and see, do we have a lot of Montana residents that are applying out of state? And if so, where are they applying? And is that where they're going? Or are they coming here? So this kind of helps us decide how we can better serve the students and how we can better serve your schools in all of these events. And then the student survey is for us to know if it was helpful or if there are things missing that they might need, or if there are things on the application process that are confusing. And especially since we're unveiling this whole new central app, we want to know, was this easy for them? I think it's easy, but I'm not a first generation college student. I've applied to college before, so they may have a different perspective on that. So the more students you can have complete that survey, and the more the site coordinators that complete that survey will help us better direct the services we provide for you guys. So.
With that information on Apply Montana, as Maria mentioned, it opened today. It is now a live site for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And so we'd encourage you, if you have some free time, to play around on there. As Scott comforted me, saying like, you're not going to ruin anything by testing out an application. And I found that to be really helpful and just kind of ease some of my anxieties surrounding this new process.
Yeah.
So between maybe utilizing that and also looking at some of those videos and screenshots that we've placed on the website, hopefully that'll help as well. Just getting ready and getting your students excited. So.
Yep. During the actual event, if there is an issue with applymontana.org, knock on wood. There is all kinds of online support available. There's a number you can call. They have chat and email available. So if that does become an issue where you have a glitch or something like that, the technical support is not provided through the MUS. It's through the company that helped us build this website. So those numbers are listed on that waive deferred list. So it says, you know, if you have questions or technical concerns, please call. I think it's like 1-866 and then the number. So there's tech resources available and support available for you if there is an issue on the day of your event. So, any other questions? Perfect. So that's College Application Week in a nutshell. We had a lot of questions from schools registering about FAFSA and who's going to come do FAFSA at our school, and I don't know how to run a FAFSA event. How do I do this? And so we are working to create some resources and some partnerships to support you in that. Both UM and MSU financial aid offices are doing a lot of outreach and a lot of virtual events. So make sure to check their pages. They are linked underneath our FAFSA page on the College Access website, so you can check that out and join in what they're doing. And we're looking to create a repository of videos where a FAFSA night is done, and you can kind of walk through with your students along with that, so that you kind of learn how to run your own FAFSA event, because we are not able to travel in this COVID environment, and some of our schools are really difficult to get to with the size and geography of Montana. And so we're looking to create as many easy lifts and virtual resources as we can for you and your students and your families. One thing that we met with Julie Heaton from UM, and one thing that she mentioned, if your students are applying to any of the UM schools, UM Western, UM Missoula, Helena College, if your students apply there, they are automatically eligible to call the financial aid office and set up a one-on-one FAFSA completion time with the financial aid office there, because they've already applied. And MSU does the same thing with all their partner schools. So if your student applies to MSU Billings, they can call the MSU financial aid department, and they will set up that one-on-one time to walk your student and their family through the financial aid and FAFSA process. So that's a great resource for your students in all of this. But so we're working together with some partners around the state, with the financial aid offices at the campuses, to kind of regionalize support for you guys, so that so it's not so difficult, because FAFSA changes every year, we all know. So.
But we will continue to send out information about that too to your email. So as things develop with our partnership with MAFSA and some different financial aid organizations throughout Montana, we will be as transparent as possible about that, and everything will be up on the website. So I hate to say, I feel like we keep saying just check the website, but
we'll send out communication emails as well. It'll be in newsletters, our quarterly newsletter that we send out as well. So make sure to check there as well. We're doing our best to kind of bring some things together for you guys so that you have the support you need. And then the other thing that we did here was what is College Signing Day? This is a newer initiative, so you may not have heard of it yet. So one of the things that our national partner, the American College Application Campaign, they focus on kind of closing the circle, so to speak. So we get them to apply in the fall, and then they don't know what to do next. And so we want to be walking them through as they go until they're actually enrolled and in class and on campus that following year, or whenever it may be that they have elected to go. So Decision Day or College Signing Day is a way that we try to create some excitement and some forward thinking with our students, so that they can decide, okay, well, here's what I'm doing after high school. So many times the goal is graduation, and then and now what? So that is kind of the push behind College Signing Day. It is a national event. We're calling it Decision Day, so it's inclusive of all students and their choices. We want them all to feel celebrated. So we're looking forward to partnering with you guys in that to celebrate what our students are doing after high school.
Yeah, we do have to tell on what Steve said.
Yes. Oh, perfect. So Steve just has a great update. If you haven't heard already, FAFSA will have a new support bot, Wyatt, that will be able to answer a lot of questions an applicant might have. It will be available on the FAFSA website, and it was announced at the NCAN conference last week. Perfect. I did not know that, Steve. Thank you. So that's going to be a great resource then for your students and your families as well, and for you as you host these FAFSA events. So that's excellent.
And FAFSA has an app, which I was that you can complete it on your phone, which was news to me about a month ago. So if you have students that maybe are unable to access a computer from home or the way we used to do the document, it can be done on a smartphone, which is another hopefully great option.
Yes, perfect. Awesome. Well, if there's no other questions, then we'll wrap it up. Why aren't you finding people practicing social distancing? Move away.
We do have ours. We just took them off for.
So you can hear us. Yeah. We wanted you to be able to hear us. So thanks for the reminder though, Kelly. Awesome. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll sign off and hope you have a great rest of your day. This is recorded, so it will be uploaded to the website and you can find it there if you want to go back and revisit. And don't forget to check out the MOPSOC Virtual College Fair next week and Scott Lennon's presentation on Apply Montana in particular.
Thank you all. Please reach out if you have questions.
Yes, don't hesitate to email or call. We're glad to answer any questions that you have. All right, have a great day. Bye, you guys.